Hello, everyone. Today we'll be looking at the topic information processing. But before we delve into the whole topic, I want to leave this positive reminder with you all. So, note takers are history makers. What you write today helps shape what you'll master tomorrow. I want you guys to stay focused, stay engaged, and let's make these notes count. With that said, let's get right into today's lesson. So, before we delve into the whole information processing, we need to know what is data, what is information, and after we're through knowing what those are, we need to decide on whether NTRUPI is data or information. So, what is data? Data is raw and processed text and figures that has no meaning unless it is organized or processed. On the contrary, information is processed data. Information has meaning and it makes sense. So, this right there, NTRUPI, does it make sense? Is it useful? Can we find this in the dictionary? Does it has a meaning? I don't think so. So hence we could not classify it as information. It would have to be data because it seems as though it is raw text that has no meaning and it needs to be organized. Here we have a definition for data and information. So here we're basically comparing data versus the information. So, data refers to raw and processed facts and figures that have no meaning unless it is organized or processed. On the other hand, information is processed data that is organized and has meaning. So, in order for data to become information, it has to be processed. Here is a small brain teaser. So, here we are required to identify the numbers with the data. Number one, HNOTGECLYO. Does this have any meaning? Does it make sense? Can this be useful? Can this aid in any decision making? Are we able to get any information or any knowledge from this right here? I don't think so. I believe that this is a raw facts. So hence I would have to classify number one as data. Number two, apples, £6, £40, mangoes, £5, potatoes. So this doesn't make any sense. It has to be organized in order for us to get a meaning from it. So hence once more we could not say that this is information. This would have to be data. It has to be processed in order for us to get a meaning from number two. And number three, technology is rapidly evolving. That makes sense. It sounds like some useful information. So hence, I would definitely have to classify this as information and not data. So if you agree, you can leave your thoughts in the comments and let me know what your answer is. Moving right along. So now, what is information processing? So this refers to computer-based systems that take in data and generate information. It is the way in which computers take in raw data, work with it, and produce useful information. So, what this is basically saying, information processing is basically computer taking in data. So, you inputting data into the computer, and the computer is then processing these data and converting them into information. So, whenever a computer based system or whenever computers are used to process data, that is referred to as information processing. Ways in which data can be processed to become information. So there are many ways in which data can be processed to become information, but here are just a few of them. So when we carry out calculations in spreadsheets, when we're updating data in a file, when we're searching a document for a specific item or data, when we're sorting data in alphabetical order, so all these are ways in which data can be processed to become information. And you see the list right there, it is not exhausted. There are so many other ways in which data can be processed to become information. Moving right along. So now we're going to look at some sources of data or information. So the first source that we'd want to look at is people. So people is considered a source of data or information. Why? People provide data through surveys, through social media activity. You can get information from people through medical records and also through their everyday interaction. We can also source data or get data from places. So we're able to collect data from physical locations such as schools, churches, business places, etc. We're also able to collect data or information from virtual places such as on the websites. Number three, or the third point, thing is also considered a source of data or a source of information. So we're able to gather information from various things such as our devices, our day-to-day transaction, the labels on products, and so forth. Now we're going to get right into types of data or information processing. And the first one that we'd want to look at is commercial data processing. As the term suggests, commercial data processing. So, this has to do with the business environment, the business world. So, basically, it is the use of computers to handle large amount of business information quickly and efficiently. Computers are used in businesses to prepare payrolls, financial statements, to place orders, among a variety of other administrative tasks. So, what this is basically saying, or in short, commercial data processing has to do with the use of computers to carry out business related tasks, to carry out administrative tasks. And we can also support that explanation by adding some examples. So we know that computers are used in businesses to prepare payroll statements. It is used in businesses to prepare financial statements, so like our balance sheet, our income statement, and so forth. The second one that we want to look at is industrial data processing. So this refers to the collecting, processing, analysis, and management of data generated by industrial systems, machines, or operations. It is the use of computers to control machines and manage information in factories or production processes. Computers are also used to carry out business related tasks in industrial data processing. In addition, there are further uses such as computers are used to control the production process, computers are used to design products, computers are used to test and develop products. So in industrial data processing, computers are also used to carry out business related tasks. So they're also used to carry out the tasks that falls under the commercial data processing. So, in industrial data processing, they also have to prepare their financial statements as well. They also have to place their orders. They also have to do marketing. They also have to do their budgeting, make payments, and so forth. So, computers are used in industrial data processing to carry out business related tasks, in addition to controlling the production process, designing products, testing, and developing products. So, as the name suggests, industrial data processing, this has to do with machines, factories, and so forth. So, in short, you can just say that industrial data processing is the use of computers to control the production process or to control machines or to gather data about machines. So, that's basically what industrial data processing is. And we want to zoom in some more on control systems. So, what's a control system? A control system is a system that is used to control the behavior of a device or process. So let me go again. A control system is a system that is used to control the behavior of a device or process. And many of our electronic household equipment has control systems. So for example, the microwave ovens inside our homes, they have control systems. So there are two types of control system. So we have the automation system and the process control system. So with the automation control system, an automation control system uses technology to perform tasks automatically without human intervention. So with automation system, they're basically able to carry out straightforward tasks. So such as running a program on a washing machine. So this does not require any human involvement at all. So automation control system, they're able to use technology to perform tasks automatically. So without human intervention, they're able to carry out their tasks on its own. The second type being process control system. So in process control systems, data is captured automatically. This is done through input devices known as sensors. A sensor can measure things like temperature, humidity, light, sound, movement, and pressure. Process control systems are a type of control system used in manufacturing in which actions are changed depending on feedback from sensors. Have you ever wondered how the stoplight operates? Have it ever come to you that it may contain sensor? How about the lightings that we have outside our homes? That whenever a shadow passes under them, they come on. Do you think these can be examples of process control system? Well, indeed, yes, they can, as they do control sensor. And as was mentioned in the definition before, a sensor can measure things like temperature, humidity, light, sound, movement, and pressure. Moving on to the final type of data processing or information processing. So this one is a scientific data processing. So it is the use of computers to collect, analyze, and interpret data from scientific experiments or research. So let me go again. The use of computers to collect, analyze, and interpret data from scientific experiments or research. So basically, this type of data processing are mainly used by scientists. Because you know that scientists have a huge amount of data that they have to record, interpret, analyze in order to make weather prediction, to make forecasts, and so forth. So they're able to use computers to actually help them with the collection process of these data, to actually help them analyze these data, interpret them, and make um, meaningful suggestion and give meaningful forecasts. So there we have it. We've come to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learned a thing or two. So remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe.